Hey, Shalom, Kohala Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahushai, Bahashim, Kahakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of Great Millstone. Salutations to all my fellow laborers doing this work in truth and sincerity, risking their lives to do so. To the scattered hopeful elect across the four corners of the earth, and those among the heathen nations that look like the heathen nations pursuant to Jeremiah 12 and 9, known as the speckled birds. This is not a so-called black thing. I am disciple of Pariam, a follower of Great Millstone, coming to you with a lesson in truth and sincerity. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to be going over the Hebrew numbers and how to look up the Hebrew numbers on the blue letter using the Septuagint, and also using the WLC, which is, I believe, is the Westminster Lexicon. So with that, that's going to want to show you a quick exercise that we've done a couple weeks back, actually, and I just wanted to do a lesson about this just as a basic for those coming in new to the faith. But it's going over the numbers, and so what you do is you would write the numbers in the Paleo and in the Assyrian, and then obviously you're going to write out how it's pronounced, and then write the Strong's concordance according to that number, and then kind of find out a little bit about it, you know. So this is a quick example of what I did right here. So it's going to be, if you brothers who are following camps, if you know if they're in the camps or following, it'll be page 14 of the Hebrew packet. But this is, for example, Achad, right, in the Paleo, and then this is in the Syrian, and then that's how it's pronounced, Achad. Strong's H259, Genesis 1 and 9. All right, and we're about to show you how I got to that. All right, and then for example, the comes from alap, all right, which is cattle or ox. It's also in the Shema prayer, right? Shema Yasha Allah Yahweh Lahayana wa Yahweh Achad, right? Our power is one. All right, so it's a quick example. Now you're gonna have to download the Hebrew keyboard. Okay, so you'll see my keyboard down here on the screen, right where the arrow's at. But first, when we're here in Genesis 1 and 9, right, we want to find that word, and it was achad, right? So if we go to the interlinear, right, it says, and God said, let the waters under the heaven be gathered together unto one. You see where it says achad. Now you're not going to always be able to do this, but I'm going to show you a little trick that I learned. So let's say you want to actually type it in based off the Assyrian. Okay, we come down to our keyboard and make sure that we have actually select it before we do that. Click all of that. You want to come to where this says KJV. You want to change this to the WLC. Okay, and this WLC is going to be I just said what it meant earlier. It's like Westminster or something. Hold on. There it is. Westminster Leningrad Codex. All right. So anyways, we're going back to Genesis 1 and 9. So let's type in HUD, right? So let's go to this keyboard. And we'll go from English, switch that over to Hebrew. All right. And it might not do it right away, but as soon as you do it again, then it should show it right there. So it was and it was chad, so cha, and then da, which is it could be over here. This is da, right? So all together, you see that it's achad. And then the first scriptures that pop up is Genesis 1 and 9. But you see how this pops up right here. Now you could hover over it, or just go to the Genesis 1 and 9, and then find that word inside here. There it is right there. Achad. You see that? So it's Strong's H259. and it goes into the word right there. And this is pretty much already a broken down root word, by the way. Root words are usually 2 to 3 letters. And it says one number each, every certain. We need to go down to the Strong's definition of numeral from properly united 1. Okay. So that's how you go ahead and do the Hebrew letters. And it's just a quick, video. I just wanted to show everybody, show Akin Akwath. Slack, I got everything falling over here. But yeah, so that's how you go into the numbers. All right. So with that, I pray this lesson was edifying. Kwam Yasharallah. Shalom. On to the next.